I'm Jackson, this is Holden, and we're Blam Death Cakes. And you know what? Your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
Why?
Your immunity to hearing awesome movie pitches. Because we got a good one for you today, folks. A movie that everybody's seen, that everybody loves.
Big hit.
Big hit. Real big hit. It's called Steel. You remember Steel with Shaq?
Yep.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle, the big cactus, the Shaq attack,
You called the big cactus?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the big cactus, big Aristotle.
Yeah, Steel was a personal favorite movie of mine. It was a movie I watched a lot when I was a child, and, it kind of means a lot to me. I know it's a terrible movie, but I still love it.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make it even better.
How could you make
This is going to be a sequel to the original Steel, and we're going full Dark Knight Returns style movie. This is going to be a dark, old Shaquille O'Neal. We're bringing Shaquille O'Neal back, putting some gray in his hair, or probably taking the black out of his hair.
putting some gray in the beard? Is he going to have like a big beard, or is he going to be kind of just trimmed up a bit?
Yeah, I'm going to say that he's going to have kind of the beard that he's been having, like a good old beard.
Okay.
Like a full beard, going to be grayish, and it's going to start out, he's been retired from being Steel ever since that first movie. Things have been going downhill in his city, wherever that city was. Cincinnati.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was.
Los Angeles or somewhere. Wherever that city was, the gang problem has gotten even worse. The gangs, had those, high-tech military weapons from the 90s. Now they've got modern-day high-tech military weapons. They're doing drone strikes on each other.
They're just bombing out.
Yeah, mostly drones. Like, you can't walk through the city without just little drones flying above you.
Are they little drones, or are they like the big, like military-grade drones?
No, they're little drones, but they just drop bombs. Or, they'll have machine guns on them or something. So there's just all those, like, little kind of like
those drones
Amazon
that look like
drones.
if you could just throw a rock at it, it'd fall.
Yeah, they're all those.
I mean, why don't they just shoot them down then? I mean, they're just plastic cheap drones.
Yeah, but there's a ton of them. You shoot one, the others respond, and they all have machine guns and bombs, and if you shoot one, it might blow up, killing you too. So the police are trying to fight them, but there's an issue. There's a problem. So things have been happening, but Steel, he's out of it. He's out of that life. He's tried to help, but there's nothing he could do. His grandmother's no longer with him. Neither is the old junkyard man.
Shaft.
Yeah, Shaft, or even Sparky. He's all alone in this world now.
Sparky's dead?
Yeah, Sparky's dead of, sound wave, sound gun related injuries.
Okay.
Nathaniel, no!
They're like, it turns out that being hit with the sound gun
Causes cancer.
Yeah, causes cancer. Unless you're wearing metal steel shielding.
Yeah. He shot that gun at a lot of people.
It broke my legs and it gave me cancer. So yeah, he's all
and maybe
alone
she's
now.
even like blaming him, like, you gave me cancer, and he's like, I'm sorry, Sparky.
I'm sorry, I didn't develop the technology right. So
it was only a prototype.
So we start, and Steel's in a dark place. He's all alone. So yeah, much like the Dark Knight, he returns. He gets, some guys attempt to mug him, in the street, with, two guys come up to him, and they're like, hey, big guy, give us your money.
Because he's 7'1".
Yeah, and he's 7'1". But the two guys, they got guns on him, and then there's also a drone way over here with a gun trained on him too. So they're pretty confident that they could take him down, But they don't know that they're messing with Steel.
John Henry Iron.
John Henry Iron. So, Shaq is just like, seriously, grabs one, hits the other guy with the one guy, shields himself from the drone's machine gun with the guy's body, and then throws the guy's body at the drone, destroying it.
All in one arm.
Yeah, all with one arm. And then, because of that experience, he realizes that he has to come back and clean up the streets as Steel. And you hear that classic Steel score playing again.
Yeah, that sound everybody knows. That soundtrack everybody knows.
Yeah. So he goes back to the old junkyard. He sneaks on there because it's owned by some, multi-million-dollar company nowadays. Because it's all a weird, RoboCop type.
Yeah, it's like RoboCop now.
So he sneaks in there while nobody's there, and he opens up this secret compartment to this secret lab that has the Steel suit there. So he armors back up. He makes some adjustments to some of the weaponry.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that suit wasn't very it wasn't the best.
Yeah, but it protects you from bullets.
Does it?
Drone bullets.
But it doesn't look very good either.
But the main thing he does is instead of he takes out the magnetic thing in the hammer and replaces it with an EMP blast.
Okay,
and he creates some EMP weapons.
Okay, so now instead of the laser or the sonic,
he could maybe
sonic
the laser,
the sonic thing, he's got EMPs now.
Yeah,
it's essentially just a big EMP gun.
yeah. So he's got a big EMP gun hammer thing,
but it's still the hammer.
Yeah, but it's still the hammer. It still looks the same. The suit's still the same. But
got
he's
a
got
rubber
the
suit,
gray beard. And, he just goes out and he starts wrecking shop because, he's pissed now. He's at the end of his rope.
Yeah, he's not the same Steel.
Yeah, he's not the same friendly Steel who wasn't worried about not killing people. He's rugged. So, he goes out and finds, John Hawkes from who played a role in the first movie as a mugger. We're bringing John Hawkes back. And, because things are so bad, John Hawkes has some sort of, laser gun, and he lasers somebody and takes their wallet. So you see him kill somebody, and then he gets stopped, and he recognizes Steel from the last movie.
Yeah, he's like, you know,
and he's all junkied up and stuff, and he's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna put me back in jail? And Steel's like, I don't play that game anymore. And then he just beats him to death with the hammer. Okay. So and there's a bad guy type character that will be kind of going back and forth, seeing what the bad main gang is doing,
like the Judd Nelson in the original.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a Judd Nelson character, but so we'll be going back and forth. We'll be seeing Steel, do some things and try and figure out where this main criminal boss is and where he can get to him. He finally figures it out. There's this, there is it's like a 2-story bar and brothel type place.
Is it back in the Old West?
It's in a weird RoboCop future.
2038 or whatever.
Yeah, 2038. So yeah, there's this weird, and nobody can get near it or anything because it's guarded 24 hours by a ton of drones. So you see Steel come up, and then he takes the hammer. He turns the pin in the hammer. Giant EMP blast goes out. A quarter of the city's lights go out, and so do all the drones and everything, all the lights in the bar. And then we just have this badass John Wick but with Shaq style scene.
And a hammer.
And a hammer where he just hammers down the door, and he's just beating everybody in there to death with a hammer.
Yeah, maybe it'd even be kind of like that, in Batman Superman, where it's just maybe they're all aiming at the door, waiting for someone to come in, and you think he's gonna come through the back, but it's nah, he just bursts in the door, and everybody's just shooting at him, and he just sits there, and he just comes in, and then he just beating ass.
Yeah, he's just beating them, and it's all dark, and it's all lit cool and stuff. So yeah, that'll be a key fight scene there. And then, he finally gets up to like the upstairs area where the gang boss is. And we find out that the gang boss is Ray J from the first movie.
Oh, is
Ray J was like his cousin or nephew or something.
I can't remember.
He
wasn't
something.
like his brother or nothing like that, but he was like, a nephew or cousin.
Yeah, he was like a little brother figure to him, though. And so we've seen that this is why he was so depressed through the first movie, is because the descent of Ray J's character from being like a nice young boy who Steel was trying to save into like, the most violent and technologically advanced crime boss in all of this futuristic city. So he's like, I wondered when you were going to come after me, Steel. And they have kind of a showdown. But what Steel doesn't know is that the U.S. military, after seeing what happened with Steel, created a prototype Steel armor of their own that was far more advanced than what Steel had. So we're dealing with like an Iron Man.
A lot of stuff would have been far more advanced than what Steel had.
So we're talking like an Iron Man armor, and Ray J has it. So he goes and he steps into like an Iron Man armor that's like way more advanced, and they fight, and he's got Steel on the ropes because Steel just is plated in metal, and he's got him down on the ground, and he grabs his hammer or whatever, and he's gonna strike a blow to him, and and then Steel, much like in the first one, convinces him, to turn the knob on the hammer.
To let out an EMP.
Which lets out an EMP, which takes out Ray J's suit. So all of a sudden he's like, and then Steel gets up, grabs a hammer, and then just beats him to death.
In the metal suit.
In the metal suit. And then he walks out, the whole place explodes. And he rides off into the sunset.
He saved the day, I guess.
Yeah. And, and I forgot. We're also bringing back classic henchman character Slats from the first movie.
Yeah, so throughout the whole movie, would you be following kind of Slats?
Yeah, you'd be following Slats.
And then at the end, you have the reveal that it's Ray J.
That Ray J is the boss. But Slats was the lieutenant, so, and we explain, all about, because Slats in the first movie didn't eat pork. So in this movie, we're switching him to where he's not eating gluten anymore. So we're going to have a whole thing with that.
We're going to update it.
Yeah, we're going to update it this time, so he's not eating gluten. And then, so yeah, you'll have some comedy in there earlier in the movie. And then, Steel kills him in the... Yeah, Steel kills him when they're in the bar brothel before he fights Ray J.
Okay. So Steel's just killing people.
Yeah, he doesn't give up.
I don't know if I like that too much, but I like the badass Dark Knight Returns like tone, and I like that you're bringing Steel back, and Shaq
bringing
back,
all the characters,
Hill Harper, Ray J.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. All right. Yeah.
Who directed?
The guy that directed the first Steel.
Yeah, I was thinking like Zack Snyder or somebody like
No, you get like Luc Besson or something.
Okay.
Is he directed like The Professional?
Yeah, I directed The Professional.
Yeah, you get Luc Besson. He's coming to direct Steel too.
Okay.
We got him on board.
All right. Yeah.
All right, well, tell us what you think in the comments below. Would you watch this Steel movie? Have you even heard of the first Steel? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And... That's my new catchphrase.
Okay, have a good day, guys.
Blam! Death cakes.